It is now August 14th, 2014, 1:42 p.m. Central Standard Time. I've gathered evidence to proof that inclusive, definitely some of which rise to the level that they are definitely qualifying as proof of my communications not only being surveilled live illegitimately, but even being hijacked, otherwise obstructed, even people going so far as to fake voicemails of contacts and to impersonate contacts, especially contacts to do with helping with relocation, with career, with the immediate political situation, concerns with regard to bioethics, etc. This is a very, very serious matter. I need to just keep going forward quickly. And Lyndall, please stop. Lyndall, I know, settle down. Good girl. She's very agitated because they're doing a lot of agitating background stuff right outside the window and all. But this is not probably going to pick that up from the distance we are from the window. But let's see. You can probably see those waves. They do not appear random. In any case, let's call back. The person I just spoke with, I'm over 90% sure, was pretending to be Dr. Warren, but was not really Dr. Reuben Warren, director of Tuskegee University's Bioethics Center. That was formed under Presidential Commission, if I'm using the correct terminology. I believe the administration was President Clinton's administration at the time, and it was in response to the official U.S. apology for the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. What's commonly called that. It has a longer formal name. That took place in Tuskegee, Alabama, and to which one of the doctors who has specifically interfered with my health but is no longer alive, Dr. Sbarbaro, appears to have been connected. He was high up in the U.S. Public Health Service. That is the office that is listed as officially being the primary office that carried out Tuskegee syphilis experiment. So, in any case, he is also linked to the doctor in Canada for whom I was specifically made to wait, the one that specializes in lungs, called a respirologist in Canada, I believe called a pulmonologist in the States, and I have been specifically overexposed to deliberate overconcentration of toxic fumes, lung and eye irritants, basically things that irritate all the most sensitive membranes in particular, including the most private areas. So, let's just see what happens if we, and when we call back. I wanted to verify the date and time. I need to set that clock on that one, but I don't know for sure how to do it, so I don't want to risk deleting any files by trying to set the clock, so it's just flashing at 12:00 there. Let's verify the number we have for there. How do we do that? Let's see. There. Okay. 334-724-4554. Okay, let's call it. Well, let's put it on speaker first. Oh, can't do it first. Okay, let's call it. Okay, and let's put it on speaker straight away.
Thank you for calling the Tuskegee University National Center for Bioethics in Research and Healthcare. Please listen to the following menu options. For general information on Tuskegee University departments or other programs, please press 0 for the university operator or visit the website at www.tuskegee.edu. To reach the director, Dr. Reuben Warren, please press 1. To reach the executive assistant to the director, Ms. LaShawn Turner, please press 2. To reach the health... LaShawn Turner, Executive Assistant to the Director of the National Center for Bioethics in Research and Healthcare at Tuskegee University. Please leave a message, and I will get back with you as soon as possible.
I'm going to end that call. Let me just make sure. I think it showed the timing of the previous call information. Let's see if we can. Yeah, it would have said the time on there. Good. Under last call. Okay. So I'm going to close this out and. Oh, hold on. Not quite.
Dr. Warren?
Hello.
Hi, I had to free up my hands because there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time on my end. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
How much time do you have right now?
I don't have much. I'm in the middle of writing a proposal. So you know my time is almost done. It's due next couple of weeks, and I've been spending 8 hours a day trying to finish the proposal. How can I be helpful to you?
Okay. Can you remind me, I'm trying to remember what your background is that might be most related.
Questions. You keep asking me questions. Why don't you answer my question? I said, what's going on with you? Every time I ask you that, you tell me, ask me another question about me.
I want to.
Things are not good. So tell me what that means.
I'd like to make sure to, because there's so much information, I'd like to make sure to be, specific to what your background is.
I'm a little bothered. Every time I ask you a question, you can run ask me one. Why don't you answer my question, and then we can go from there?
Well, I'm trying to tailor, the information so I don't waste your time. Would you remind me?
Right now, I'm in the middle of writing a proposal. Why don't we arrange a time later? We can talk a little more.
Yeah, that would be great, but I just wanted you to remind me, at the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, I'm trying to remember what your function was there.
Well, why don't we make an appointment? You just make a time we can talk, and then we can kind of go into it, okay?
Okay, but is the Bioethics Center at Tuskegee University, what are the hours right now during the summer?
The summer's over, and I play with you 12 hours, 12 months a year. We are on 12 months a year. We don't close.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, what are the hours these days there at the Bioethics Center at Tuskegee?
Same time every day, 8 to 5. That's when we're open.
Okay, 8 to 5, Monday to Friday?
Yes.
Okay. And can you just remind me of the full name of the Bioethics Center there at Tuskegee University?
Every time. Every time I ask you a question, you don't answer. You have to ask me a question. So why don't you answer my question, and then we can go from there.
Well, I need to make sure I'm putting proper notes in my, file.
Nothing has changed since we talked before.
But what's the full name of the Bioethics Center there at Tuskegee University?
I have to go. Let's try to arrange a time to talk more. Talking more to finish the proposal. Okay?
What would be a good time for you?
Call back and you can make an appointment, but first you just call the general number 724-334-7244-4554, and she will arrange. Okay?
But who's your current executive assistant I would arrange with?
Tell you when you call back and give you all the information you need to know. Okay?
Well, what I'm worried about, Dr. Warren?
Got to go.
Dr. Warren?
Yes, please. I've got to go. You're not being fair with me. I told you I've got to go.
No, I understand. I'm not trying to be unfair. I'm trying to make sure the call hasn't been hijacked.
It won't be hijacked. It's a direct. Okay? All right. Thank you. We'll talk.
That absolutely does not sound like Dr. Warren, and I don't think the person knew the answers. I think they're trying to buy time.
So today is August 14th, 2014. The time is now 1:33 p.m. Central Standard Time. I called from my Samsung phone 205-960-7994, where there have been some other definitive instances of my calls being illegitimately hijacked and impersonations taking place. I'm not saying 100% that was not Dr. Reuben Warren, director of Tuskegee University's Bioethics Center at this point, but given all the flurry of activity going on around, I will go ahead and share this file immediately to ask that if I'm not able to follow up properly on ascertaining to whom I was just speaking, that this concern be followed up on by the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Torture, Professor Juan E. Mendez. If someone from the public would please bring it to his attention if I'm not able to do so, because I now question whether the most recent communication that I've sent to him has even been received by him, since my initial communication with his office was confirmed to have been received by him, but not interim communication. And since then, I have witnessed definitively that my calls are being surveilled live illegitimately and intercepted and hijacked, and even some party going so far as to impersonate people, including people in such a position as Dr. Warren, and at least such a high level of position that they can get into a lot of trouble if that's what just happened. That did not sound like the person that I interviewed, rapport-wise, articulation-wise, in any other way, and he did not seem to know answers that he should have at his fingertips and provide readily, except he kept trying to get me to say how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, whether I'm okay, this kind of stuff, because they're trying to make out like they have some kind of grounds to grab me medically, because there's some reason to be ever so concerned all of a sudden. So under the urgent circumstance, I post this without accusing whoever I was just speaking with on the off chance it was the real Dr. Warren having an off day, but I have very finely tuned hearing for voices and things like that, and I'm over 90% sure that was an impersonator. It is now 1:36 p.m. Central Standard Time, August 14th, 2014.
Okay, as I was watching the waves just now, I could see that not only are they not random, they are moving along with the sound. So that's not surprising. They generally move along with incoming sound. I've noted that before, and they appear to also move with outgoing sound. So it seems related to carrier waves of sound, which helps to explain why these interesting light waves accompany the interesting sound frequencies. So apparently it works in both directions, incoming and outgoing. Beyond that, I don't know. I don't know what's the cause exactly, what's the effect exactly, but there is a specific correlation there, yes. Now, wait, to save battery power, let's do this. Okay. And hold. Let's just see what happens if we call one more time. I had pressed 0.
National Center. Call pilot. Mailbox. Please enter your mailbox number followed by $sign.
Okay, that's very interesting. And I don't think I like the what it might mean that they were just saying call pilot, because they definitely have some participating aircraft. The closest major city to here is Huntsville, Alabama, where NASA is based, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which is a significant relationship that I won't try to go into right now, but people who have been studying the same problem will be well aware to what I'm referring, including Operation Paperclip, otherwise known as Project Paperclip. It's been well summarized in a BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, online published report called The Dark Side of the Moon. So it was one of the suspicious things was that the real Dr. Warren should not have referred me to the switchboard operator for the university, or the alleged switchboard operator for the university, and failed to have had his own executive assistant's information at his fingertips, you know, to reach him, etc. So I think I better leave it at that and just hope that we get this file uploaded. Okay? Thank you for whoever's helping me. God bless you. Bye. This is a quick supplement to the immediately preceding file. In addition to NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration in Huntsville, Alabama, Huntsville being the nearest major city to where we are in Gunnersville, Alabama, residentially, where I'm stuck right now, coercively. And so the most recent files relate to that. There is something very, very nearby, within 5 minutes drive, less than that, called EAA. I've been wanting to get a picture of the sign, but literally have been so closely kept in one place that I have not even had the ability to get a picture of that sign. I remember the first 2 letters stand for experimental aircraft. It's the third letter. I don't remember what that third A stands for. It's something like authority, association. The second letter might stand for aviation, but I'm over 90% sure I remember it standing for aircraft. So experimental aircraft or experimental aviation, something like authority or association. So between NASA and the EAA with the experimental aircrafts, and other interesting things going on in and around here in Gunnersville, Alabama, USA, and specifically this house where I'm being kept without being allowed to leave, although pretenses are being made to the contrary. But supposedly now, this has been going on for weeks, the car keys to the car that was cleared by the dealer for me to be able to drive safely the distance to relocate just cannot be found by Dr. M. Neither the normal car keys nor the backup car keys. And then the car that is blocking that one in, the battery is dead and it just can't be started up or replaced or anything, even though there's an auto repair shop right on the corner. So, and a very, very attentive auto repair owner. So I will leave that at that for now. And thank you for everyone who's been helping to keep Lyndall and I as safe as possible under the current circumstance.